This is Johannes.
And this is Sudama.
And you are watching Board Gaming Ramblings.
And today we're taking a look at QE.
Which is a game designed by Gavin Birnbaum and released by BoardGameTables.
It plays from 3 to 5 players in about 30 minutes.
Yeah, so this is an auction game, a pretty crazy, wild auction game. And you love auction games.
And wild, I don't know, but it's different.
And you really love auction games.
No, I don't.
This is going to be a really cool review. I love auction games, you don't. Let's see how this goes. QE is an auction game, but it's pretty wild, it's pretty crazy, because you can basically, in most auction games, kind of what you're trying to do is to find out what things are worth. So you're trying to do like the first time you play, you don't really know what you're going to do, but the second time you might know, oh, that piece, that's usually worth maybe 4 points, that's worth $200, for example. In this game, you can bid whatever you want. So you can bid $1, or you can bid 60,000 yen. Really, you can bid or $1 million gazillion dollars. You probably will lose if you do that, but that is what you can do. So in this game, each player is a nation, and you're gonna have a tile of this really nice a tile. You're gonna have a pile, not a tile. You're gonna have a pile of tiles. Which was I wondering what I was going to say. English. You turn one over. If you are the auctioneer, you turn one over, and you have to decide what you want to bid on that. So you draw a number on your pad or on your bidding tile. You put it down so everyone can see, and everyone in secret bids something. And then they give it to you. You can look at them. If somebody bids 0, you show it. If they don't bid 0, they get it back. And the highest bidder, you will write on the back of the tile that they won. They will win it, and you will continue doing that. And you're going to do that in a different amount of numbers of times, depending on the amount of players that you are playing with. At the end of the game, you're getting points depending on all the tiles give points in themselves. You have different set collections you want to do. You want to have the tiles that have your nation on them, which will give you more points if you have more than that. And also you will get points if you do a 0 bid each round of the game. The thing with this game is that the player who bids the most money during the game is out of the game. So this is kind of an interesting twist on the auction game genre, because you have that not perfect information, but when you are the auctioneer, you get to see what people bid, and you know the highest bid. So you will know kind of, if somebody bid 50,000, you know, then I can maybe bid 40,000 on this and still not be the person who have bid the most. That is a quick overview of QE, which is a crazy, wild auction game.
Yeah.
And it has a crazy, wild rulebook.
Oh, that's nice.
Looks like this. It's 4 pages long. It's basically one sheet of paper, double-sided. Really simple rules. I basically told you almost every single rule right now. Not much to say here, but it has a lot of great pictures, great examples, easy to understand because it's a pretty simple game.
Nice.
And it's pretty simple to learn as well, right?
Yeah, pretty simple. The most interesting thing with this is like the balancing and trying to get the game, not like the rules.
Yeah, that's true. So what do you think about the looks of the game? How does it look for you?
I think it's nice. I'm still confused. Like, am I China or am I the US or like?
That's already your problem than a gameplay problem.
That's my problem. That's my problem. No, it looks okay.
Yeah.
It's easy to see what's what if you're not me, and I like that it's not like the one-time uses of the sheets, that is actually like the whiteboard, dry erase mechanism.
That's a new mechanism of Board Game Geek. Like, what mechanism does it use? Dry erase. Woohoo!
Yay! Not roll and write, dry erase.
But it's really nice component-wise. It's like it's really thick. The
cardboard.
It's not really cardboard thing. Like it's dry erase board. Everything in the game is basically dry erase boards. It looks nice. I like the artwork. It's colorful. It's easy to see. Like you have a big scoreboard, but it's easy to see, easy to understand. I really like how it looks.
Yeah.
The game is pretty short. We have played with 5 players and 4 players.
Yes.
We haven't played 3. No, we haven't played 3 players. Like these games are usually better with higher player counts. That's why we chose to focus on that. And it plays in about 30 to 40 minutes. The box says 30. It plays in about between 30 and 45 minutes, depending on the players, but usually nearer the 30-minute mark.
Yeah.
So what do you think about the length?
I think it's fine. I think it's actually perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. When we get to like the last, maybe like round with like 4, depending on the players, with the last bids.
Yeah.
You're just like, oh, we're at the end already, and I have like so many money that I think I can spend, or oh, okay, I've spent too much. These people aren't going to outbid me now, and I still need this last tile. So yeah, and when you're trying to squeeze in these extra points with these 0 bids here and there, you feel like you kind of lose a turn as well on that. So yeah, I think it doesn't take too long. It doesn't take too short.
No, I think half an hour like is a perfect length for this. As it flies by, really, nothing to add. It's a great length for this game, absolutely.
And you're sitting like almost waiting for the tile that you think that you really need. So then you just like, oh, it wasn't that. No, the next one. Yeah, let's go.
So what do you think about replayability? Do you think of course this is not your style of game, but what do you think about like the replay value for this game?
I don't know. It's a learning by doing game, like in most auction games. But since it's so unique, then you can't really go back like the third time and say, now I got it. This thing is obviously worth this, not that. This you can't do this with. You just have to. So it's really player dependent, I think.
Yeah.
If somebody is like doing these crazy bids, and then you can just like take whatever you want after them because they're going to lose anyways. I don't know. And you could just do a strategy like each time that like, now I'm going to just bid in decimals, like 0 points,
like I
0,
did.
0, 1, 2, 3. I don't know. Maybe you could win with like really low numbers.
But somebody else would probably bid over you then.
Yeah, probably.
Or it's a really super short, strange game. Like the player who used the most money used 0.0004.
But it's really interesting. If you start like doing these small bids, I think every bid will automatically be smaller. If you start doing these crazy bids, everyone will get higher. Yeah, so.
But the thing that's really interesting, like the thing that is interesting, because it's a pretty basic auction game with the same kind of mechanism that High Society has, the Iran can say game, like the super short one where you want to spend money, but you're not going to spend the most, which is the thing that makes this game work, basically. Without that, it wouldn't be a game. You could just say, I'm going to say infinity.
Yeah.
And the game is over. But yeah, that really makes it work. And it's really interesting. It's kind of like a deduction game at the same time as it is an auction game.
Yes.
Because you're trying to deduce what other players have used. Your person usually takes a lot of notes, and you usually get it pretty close to what we have spent.
Yeah, I like to take notes because my memory is terrible, and I'm the person that I wouldn't enjoy this game that much if I didn't remember that this went for this much or something. So I enjoy the game more when I'm taking notes, but I don't have perfect information, so it's still a lot of deducing. I don't
Deduction,
know. Yeah.
Deducing.
Yeah.
Sounds good. But yeah, I really like that because it's so unique to like the wacky thing is that you're like the selling point of this game is it's an auction game where you can bid whatever you want. That's gonna be the thing that will sell this game to people, and that was the thing that made me like, oh, how can this work? And it works really well because like if somebody decides I'm just gonna lose, they can win every auction, but then don't play with that person, like because that's not the point of the game. The thing here is like to balance out.
Yes.
Like you said, you're like to balance out how much do I think I can use, and always try to stay under that. And before you see that a player like next time you're auctioneer, you can see like, okay, now I get some more information. I know. And also, like, if I bid something, let's say you start a bid with 2,000 and I bid 5,500 and I don't win. I know the winning bidder bid at least 5,500 point, like, decimal 2.
Yeah.
Like, I know it's more. And that is also really interesting because you get information, like, almost every time you do something.
Yes.
Even though it's not perfect information, you get and you can try to... And it's really... When it gets tight, like when you don't see games for somebody, it's like 50,000. When you're like in the same wheelhouse, it's really you're feeling like, oh, I'm getting quite a few points, but if I squeeze right over you, I will lose.
I think I haven't experienced like being in that spot because I always play it safe. Because I think it's really interesting with this game. I didn't really answer due to the replayability because I don't think it's super high though.
Oh yeah, that's what they talked about.
Yeah.
I think it's fine.
Yeah.
I think if you, it's like the same. There's no there's no variability basically, but it is if you like the game,
You like the game.
you will like the game.
But what I think is really interesting is that your money isn't worth anything, so you can't like save and take some from points. The only reason that you don't want to go like and win everything or bid like tons of money is don't be like the highest number in the end of the game, then you lose. But you also get like 6 points for being the person that spent the least amount of money.
Yeah.
Yes. So I just want I'm never the person in the top. No, you're more there, I think.
Yeah, because 6 points is a lot, but it's usually not easy to get a lot of points in the rest of the game if you don't spend money. So it's kind of it's that balancing thing. But if you think you are lowest, then you can of course try to stay there and say like, okay, this is only going to give me 2 points. If I stay here, it's 6 points. So
I think
that's
it's
also really interesting.
I think it's really powerful to be the lowest player when everybody is kind of equal in the beginning. Then you could actually win the game that way. But otherwise, you're probably getting like it's pity points because you didn't win anything.
Another thing I really like in this game, which is kind of better here in a way than in other style of games where you randomly turn something over and have an auction of it. Like for example, Pappy Winchester that we reviewed earlier from after Essen.
Yeah.
It's kind of like you flip something and you have an auction for that. And in those kind of games where you have money which is finite, you will, if you draw like 2 or 3 things that I need after each other, I will usually lose because I will win one and then the other ones. So here that isn't the case. Of course, if it's the last 3 things, it's not going to be good because you will have less information.
Yes.
But usually, like if there's 2 things you really need and you will win 2, 3 in a row, not really a
No
problem
problem.
because then it's going to be something you don't need and you can't spend your money. It's not like, oh, I spent my money now, I cannot bid on this. Like I bid whatever I want because I have all the money in the world. I have a money press. I can just make money, which is great fun.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. I think that is actually pretty clever with this game. Yeah.
So there's really like a lot of things to say positive. Do you have any negative things to say or neutral things that you want to add for the game?
I don't see the replayability as super high. It's like the same concept over again. It's really group dependent in my eyes. So if one person is like rocketing away, you know that you're not gonna lose anyways. Yeah. So yeah. I don't have like really negative things to say about it because it's a solid game. Other than this is not my favorite genre. But when it comes to that, when I'm playing this game, I really enjoy myself, and I think that I have like a clearer grasp of what things are worth in this game. At least when I'm taking notes.
Yeah.
Because there's no really correct answer. They are worth like the amount that I think I can afford without like overspending. So yeah, I actually enjoyed this game.
Yeah, I like it quite a lot. Yeah, but it makes sense because it's not your favorite genre. But I like this quite a lot. I think like the problems with it, or if there is any problems, that it can be harder to grasp, especially for like beginner players, because the positive thing is that there is nothing like, I don't know how much this is worth. It's going to be changing every game, and that makes it can make it harder to get into for new players.
Yes.
But other than that, like I think also I would rather play kind of High Society, which is even quicker. But you also have Medici, which is kind of like the same style of like an auction game. Where you have random stuff.
Medici is really different though.
It is, yeah, but there's both of those are like auction games I like more than this. But I really have enjoyed this. To find something negative to say, like it's a very solid auction game. It has it does something new. It's exciting. It's different. If you don't like auction games,
it's crazy and wild.
It's crazy and wild. If you don't like auction games, you might not like it. You do like it, but it's like you're not gonna you're never gonna say, oh, let's play that, are you?
No, I don't think so, but I'd rather play this than, for example, High Society, because I always think it's hard to like see how much things are worth, and I think you're better at it. But here I can actually like it's not worth. I'm not losing points if I'm bidding too much.
Yeah.
If you have bid more than me, so yeah, I won't. It's a genre that I normally don't choose to play, but if I would play an auction game, this would actually be quite high on my list.
That's cool. Should we do some final thoughts, maybe?
Yeah, I think so.
Do you want to begin?
You can begin this
I
time.
can begin. I saw it in your eyes. So you were going to say you
horror.
begin this time. The horror, yeah, the horror in your eyes. QE is a fantastic game. We have basically talked about everything I need to talk about it. It's a solid auction game. It's not my favorite auction game. I think I'd rather play High Society. It's even quicker to explain, and you can play it like 20 minutes. But this is also like with Medici. This is really great. You can play it with 5 players in under an hour. You can play this with teaching in 45 minutes to an hour with 5 players, which is really, really great. And it's easily going to be in the collection because it's so different and it's quick, so it is easier to get it to the table. And it's one of those games that I will remember when someone with like 5 players at the end of the night, kind of tired, I would say, oh, let's play that. Teach it quickly and play it, and it's very, very fun. I'm going to give it an 8. It's a very fun game, good game, not my favorite auction game, but a great one that I recommend that you check out if you need a 5-player game or if you need auction games in your life, which you always do because they are great and amazing.
Yeah, and crazy and wild. I'm so happy that you talked first because you said all things I wanted to say, just better. So I'm pretty happy about that. The only reason that I won't rank it that highly is because it's not my favorite genre. And I think maybe it's... if you like auction games, I think you will like this.
Yeah.
But if you don't like auction games, maybe you will like this too, because it's so different. So it's worth checking out. I'm going to give it a 7.
Awesome! That's the end of this video right here.
Yes.
The one you're watching. If you're still watching and you haven't subscribed, please do it. It's free and it makes us happy. Every day I smile when I get a subscriber. I smile and I don't smile a lot. So subscribers give me joy in my heart. Which is better. You have to have joy there. Or in my brain where joy is actually. But yeah, and if you like this channel and you want to support us more, check the Patreon page where you can get cool stuff, and we will make even more awesome stuff if you do Patreon us. That doesn't make sense.
Yes.
If you support us on Patreon, we will make even more cool stuff on the channel. That's the end of the video.
Yes.
Thank you so much for watching. I'm Johannes.
And I'm Sunema.
And you've been watching Board Gaming Ramblings, and bye-bye.